What's up everyone, Sean here, and I'm back from E3 2016 to talk to you guys about my whole experience for this E3. And what do I even start, man? I don't know. Well, I mean, I don't know. I guess we can start with this. Like, overall, it was a pretty decent experience. Like, the selection of games for this time around was mixed, I feel like. Nintendo had little to offer, pretty much. This was pretty much one of the weakest E3's Nintendo, for me anyway. I know they had Zelda going on, but it's only one game, and that's just not going to cut it no matter how good the game is. And I'm not saying quantity over quality in this case, but come on, man. You got to have more games to reveal. And of course, it's kind of evident that the Wii U is trickling down to a halt by the end of this year, because they're going to shift their focus on the NX for next year, which is apparently coming out sometime 2017. So we can only get our hopes up for the exact release date being said sometime later down the line for 2016, but I really can't say otherwise. But anyways, Nintendo, it was crazy with the line. I really, I kind of wanted to play Zelda Breath of the Wild. I really, yeah, like I said, I really wanted to try it out, but I knew that I wouldn't, because Zelda is such a big game, and the fans are just crazy over it, and I, just thought that it was just impossible, pretty much, and the line was nuts. It like went all the way to the other hall, and yeah, it was pretty much set in stone that I wasn't gonna play Zelda. So I went for other games. So I was able to play Injustice 2 after being able to get into the pretty much the VIP lounge. Got my hands on it for a little bit, and I pretty much played most of Supergirl and Gorilla Grodd, because I was really curious, and it looks fantastic. It's just nuts. It just got a huge boost in color. The stages look pretty radical in terms of like the lighting and all that. Like there is one stage with I think it was like the Gotham Theater, and whenever you go to another part of the stage, you can see like the spotlight, and that just looks fantastic. And there's another stage where you're outside, and pretty much all the other stages just look fantastic. And the faces on some of the people look better, I guess. I like Batman's costume or the default costume. It looks really cool. And Superman's face can use a little more work, in my opinion. It doesn't look bad, but it does look super generic. I don't know. It's kind of hard to explain, but looking at Superman, he doesn't look as well super, I guess one can put it. But that's just me. And otherwise, the rest of the characters look really pretty good. Gorilla Grodd looks like a gorilla. Doesn't look really jank or anything like that. And Atrocitus, or I think that's what his name was. I know he's the Red Lantern. He looks really cool, despite having that cat floating in the air whenever you activate the trait or whatever. And I don't know, I may pick him up whenever the game comes out. But for some reason, I picked Supergirl and had a lot of fun with her for the most. Maybe because the fact that she had a teleport move of some kind. She kind of plays like Takeda / Scorpion, and I may pick her up even more again once the game comes out. I just had a bunch of fun with Supergirl the most. Maybe Superman this time around may be better for me. I always pick Batman when Injustice came out. And whenever Scorpion came out, I used him the most because, well, I don't know, for some reason he was just he just fit into my style. But otherwise, just the stages and like the supers and all that, they look gorgeous. It's just crazy, and I love Superman's super. It's like it's sort of like Dragon Ball Z. It does remind me of that. But I just love the part where he just catches your face and just slams you to the ground. That's just nuts. And Supergirl's is pretty cool as well. And Gorilla Grodd, I would say, is the lamest one comparing to everyone else. He just kind of just slaps you away at the end. this doesn't really cut it for me. So I kind of wish they did a little more with Gorilla Grodd special Super, but otherwise, Injustice 2, I definitely had to put more of my time into it. It's definitely been a while since I last played Injustice, so I couldn't remember the combo strings for Batman, and definitely couldn't figure out Supergirl's combo strings as quickly as I wanted to. But otherwise, it looks much better than before. I'm definitely gonna go pick it up whenever the game comes out, which is in 2017. And I really do hope that Injustice 2 offers great netcode like MKX did with the MKXL edition, or the complete edition, where they pretty much overhauled the entire netcode and went from scratch to really refine it, and it came out fantastic for MKX. Now, hopefully that translates well over to Injustice 2 because of the way the graphics are, and it's just different. Even though it's made from NetherRealm, so hopefully that translates well, and we get a smooth experience with the netcode. Next game I can bring up right off the top of my head is King of Fighters. King of Fighters is actually one of the first games I actually played since I rushed to the Atlas booth / Sega booth in order to get the Persona 5 hat for my friend Ender Gamma, and I had to play 4 games to get to fill out a stamp card, and so I played King of Fighters, Project Diva X, Yakuza, and Sonic Boom just to get it out of the way. Sonic Boom was actually fun on the 3DS because it actually played like, well, a classic Sonic game. It was a side-scrolling 2D type of format, so I actually had fun with it. As I played Yakuza, it was interesting. It was an interesting game. That's actually my first time playing a Yakuza game. I can kind of see why it's, it has that small but strong fan base. It's pretty niche for what it is, so that's why we couldn't get any of the Yakuza games right away. But I think Sega is starting to pick it up. So that's pretty good. I say that it's good to please every fan base really, and Yakuza it's definitely not a bad game. But it's probably something I would pick up later on once it's cheaper. It's again, not a bad game, just definitely not my cup of tea. So I did get my hands on King of Fighters 14, which is like the newest upcoming King of Fighters game, and the first to be, or not the first to be in 3D, but well, in terms of graphics, I mean, not the actual playing field. But it's been a long time since they've last made a 3D graphic fighting game, and I honestly can't say it looks fantastic. It's out of all the major fighting games like Street Fighter 5 and Tekken 7, King of Fighters 14 is much more on the lackluster side. It's not the most horrible looking fighting game out there for the current gen, but the character models could have looked better. I know they're trying to look for a more realistic look to them, but I think it just doesn't work for me. I did get better over time, I will say that much, especially from the very first trailer. It just looked pretty bad to me first time. I think even Street Fighter 5 in the first trailer looked okay comparing to now. It's just, I don't know, like the things like lighting and all that, the colors. Well, it's colorful. I can see the colors there, but the lighting remains consistent throughout the stages. It doesn't really change. Doesn't really add more character to it. It's not. There's no variety in the lighting, so it's not graphically the most fantastic game, but the gameplay is where it shines. But I haven't played. This is actually my first time playing a King of Fighters game on a console. I've always played King of Fighters on arcades as a kid, kind of just randomly hitting buttons and stuff like that. But I remember being a lot more crisp back in the day. This one is a little more stiff to me. I'm a lot of people praise it for the gameplay. Maybe those guys are maybe that's because they actually played more King of Fighters games on consoles. I don't know. I can't really say all that much, but from that experience, I wasn't too blown away from King of Fighters 14, so probably not something I would pick up. But I'm not gonna say it's the most terrible game I've ever played in my life. So definitely, you know, it is gonna be pretty fun, I would say, for King of Fighters fans. So there's that. Now let me mention about the swag and the amount of it. There's actually not that much swag comparing to last year, in my opinion. I couldn't really pick out what was really cool, other than some like T-shirts and lanyards and stuff like that. But there isn't really all that much to offer. So I just got 2 shirts from Injustice 2 after viewing the theater stuff, which was, you know, how you see you get your hand, or no, not you really get your hands up, but like the rest of the folks were only able to watch Injustice 2 rather than play it. I just got lucky and I was able to get into the VIP lounge thanks to some friends. So they hooked me up with that, and you know, I was able to get my hands-on experience with Injustice 2. But at least the shirts look pretty cool after getting it, you know, from the theater experience, and I got 2 of them, so definitely gonna give one away to one of my friends. So that wasn't too bad. But otherwise, all the other theater experiences didn't really offer anything cool. Not even a shirt. Like Call of Duty weren't giving out shirts. God of War wasn't giving out anything either, and Horizon was giving out something, but it wasn't really quite something cool or worth, you know, wasting your time for. It was just a little like balloon spear or whatever, and I thought that was just lame. And even what the guy I asked at the theater said, it's you know, personally it's not exciting for him. So I definitely backed out from that. I actually went on to play Battlefield 1 again. Didn't get anything from that, you know, other than, well, getting some experience of Battlefield 1. It's, for the most part, it remains Battlefield-ish. It just, I guess it looks a little more polished. It's kind of hard to tell, really, because the TVs weren't quite up to today's standards, in my opinion. I think there's some like particles going on. I don't know, I wasn't too sure, but there were some 60 frames per second going on, but I don't know, something about the TVs that just really irked me for some reason. But otherwise, it was a pretty good experience. It looks fantastic. I definitely can see the destruction, and being part of the airship was pretty fun. Seeing it crash down was pretty cinematic or epic and all that. So definitely playing it with 64 players online on consoles is going to be hopefully fun. And hopefully the launch is not going to be as disastrous as Battlefield 4. I heard from Battlefield Hardline that it wasn't as bad of a launch. Same, and of course Battlefield or Battlefront, which was made by the same guys, pretty much was flawless for the most part. So it gives me hopes of Battlefield 1 starting out fresh and strong with the netcode and all that, and I really hope that it's not going to be a bad launch, and of course it's going to offer a campaign mode, so I'm kind of looking forward to that. Not really expecting much from it, since the last few campaigns weren't all that much something to look forward to, really, other than the Bad Company ones. Bad Company campaigns weren't too bad comparing to the other ones. But otherwise, I'm just looking forward to a fun Battlefield online experience. Kind of, washing out my mouth from that is Battlefront after, having fun with it for an hour and then just feeling the repetitiveness from that. So hopefully Battlefield 1 can do that, wash out the taste of Battlefront, and move on from that. Infinite Warfare didn't offer anything either, like I said, and we just saw the first level, or a level, from the theater, and they even showed the first level from the COD 4 remastered experience. So it looks good, as expected, and there's some changes in the lighting and all that, so Not really all that much to say other than, well, it looks better than the old game. And so I'm actually kind of looking forward to it. I am curious as to how Infinite Warfare is, as a lot of people hate on it. And I do agree that, you know, this whole legacy edition thing is, you know, kind of a cheap shot. You know, because they know that people want COD 4 remastered, and that's something they've wanted for a long time. So having this coming to the PS4 and Xbox One, is, you know, I don't know, it's just it does irk me, but at the same time I do want to, you know, pick this game up, you know, just genuinely try it out and see if Infinite Warfare is any good. And, you know, and it sucks if it is actually good, but it's just gonna get overshadowed by the hate, and also COD 4 remastered. One thing I will say about Infinite Warfare is that I've noticed that there's a lack of double jumping and wall running. So looks like it's just going back to its roots. That's really good. And from the guns that I've saw were kind of cool, especially with the shotgun that, you know, locks on all the pellets to, you know, one enemy and just shoots them all at once. Looks pretty neat. You throw a little robot that explodes or flashbangs or whatever, and there are some robots with, you know, personalities, or they could be just controlled by other people from a station or whatever. Who knows? It's future warfare. Of course, you have to battle in space and all that. So, kind of looking forward to it. I'm curious again, and I'm willing to give this a try. Another game I was able to get my hands on is Tekken 7. That was a blast, and I had a lot of fun with it. I was able to get a good amount of time with it, and it just looks fantastic. It looks fun. It looks good. It is really fun to play. The game mechanics is just flawless for me. It's a solid Tekken game. It's gonna look, the graphics are gonna blow you away, especially with the stages and the character costumes. And I'm really looking forward to the final product. I really can't wait to play story mode. I really can't play more of Akuma, who looks just as good and fits right into the story and fits right into the gameplay. You know, we're talking about a character from Street Fighter, which is a complete opposite of Tekken, you know, 2D versus 3D. But somehow Akuma just fits right in, even with the Hadokens and all that. It's awesome, and I'm really glad that they were able to make Akuma work and make him look cool at the same time. So I'm really looking forward to playing Akuma more. And of course, it's coming out on PS4, Xbox One, and even PC. So pretty much more people can access to it. That's fantastic, because I got some friends who really want it on PC and on Xbox One as well. So it just, you know, opens more. Hopefully we get crossplay from it, since, you know, PC doesn't really have an advantage. You're not gonna use a keyboard and mouse or anything like that, like in shooters. So I can only hope that, you know, we get a cross-platform action going on, so that we can all play each other online. And of course, I do hope the netcode is good as well. And one thing I will mention is that I did play Ibuki for a bit, and she's alright, but I can definitely potentially see a lot of annoyance online with the kunais. You know, it kind of reminds me of Fulgore with the pips back in season 1 or season 2. Whenever you try to recharge his meter, you have to, you know, do an input and stuff like that. Same with Ibuki. You do an input, which is backfire ball kick, and when you hold it, you reload more kunais naturally. So you definitely want to do that, and use your kunais as part of your combos. And of course, you can also throw them out there as, you know, part of a projectile game. But yeah, otherwise, I'll definitely put a little more time into Ibuki. She looks cool, so, you know, I'll definitely give her more time to see if she will be my character. She's definitely pretty technical, so not easy to get into. So overall, this E3 was a pretty decent experience. I had still had enough fun, and I actually met a number of people that I actually wanted to meet, including Angry Joe I actually got a set of Street Fighter 5 games with Gootecks, which is really fun. I actually got to meet Combo Fiend as well at the Capcom booth, and it was actually fun. You know, Angry Joe was a really nice guy. You know, I just approached him and asked for a picture, and he's just like, yeah, man, just, you know, and he was really nice. And you know, I told him, you know, I'm a big fan of his, really, and you know, he just really appreciated it. And you know, just he was a really nice guy, and he's actually a lot shorter. I mean, I thought he would be around the same height as me. I don't know. I just kind of always assumed that they're around the same height as me, but you know, that always doesn't come out correct. So kind of interesting about Angry Joe, physically anyway. So but otherwise, he's a really cool guy, and definitely looking forward to more of his angry reviews and all that stuff. So and everyone else I met was really nice. You know, Gootecks, Combo Fiend, they're all you know, they're all great, you know, gentlemen and all that stuff. They got, you know, yeah, I guess there's a reason why I followed them, and they're just really nice guys. Now, when it comes to the reveals, it was okay, I guess. I would say PS4 won this E3 overall, just because they have better surprises, and Microsoft had theirs kind of predicted, and people already kind of saw it coming with the new Xbox One, you know, with the S, and a couple of games, and otherwise, you know, nothing really new for the Xbox fans anyway. And the only thing really new, I guess, was Tekken 7 being on Xbox One, and the release date for that. So that was something I was looking forward to. It's really good to see that it's gonna come out in 2017. You know, so that I know when to look forward to it and all that. And PS4, I really was happy to see Kojima come out to the stage, and he's saying, you know, I'm back and all that, and we see finally the name for his upcoming game, which is not something we'll see anytime soon. We'll definitely, you know, it'll definitely take some time, but you know, Norman Reedus is in it, and hopefully it's the spiritual successor or the game that PT could have become, or you know, or Silent Hills anyway. So I'm personally looking forward to it, and I am actually gonna probably pick this one up, and with that, if that happens anyway, it will be my first Kojima game. I never played any of the Metal Gear games or anything from Kojima. I guess other than Metal Gear Rising, I guess that's probably the closest thing to Metal Gears. But other than that, you know, the true Kojima game for me, it's gonna be Death Stranding as my first. So looking forward to it. Hopefully the actual gameplay is something that would, you know, be my cup of tea. So I'm gonna have to wait for that, but I'm looking forward to more gameplay to be revealed, or more information to be revealed from Kojima himself. So that'll be it for this E3 experience, my overview overall for 2016. And again, I had plenty of fun, got some swag, and got to meet some cool people, you know, that I watch, you know, caught up with some friends and all that fun stuff. So hopefully I can go to the next E3. And this actually, I kind of forgot to mention this. This was my first legitimate E3 without, you know, winning a pass from a giveaway. Actually, you know, I actually registered and was able to get my E3 pass for free, thanks to Machinima. So that was a pretty unique thing for me. So hopefully that can happen again for next year, 2017. And who knows what the hell is going to be revealed at 2017 of E3. So, well, who knows? I might not even be able to go, depending on where I am and stuff like that. But, anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you have any comments, leave me down below, or questions as well. Go ahead and leave me down below. I will try to answer them. And thank you guys so much for tuning in. I will see you guys next time. Sean out.